What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Elegant Podcast. I'm your host, Sammy.
Oh, JJ.
And we're back with another episode today. We have a guest with us, special guest, the one and only. You want to introduce yourself to the peoples?
So my name is Sekou, and I'm from Brooklyn, New York, where cats shoot and still like it's part of a cool sport. Type shit.
If y'all don't know, I said it earlier in the stream, but we're recording this episode on the stream, but this is going to go on the podcast channel. This was my teacher in middle school, my after-school teacher.
Word. And
also Age's after-school teacher. And it's crazy how life works. We here today. Feel what I'm saying?
He a hooper, and he play chess. So.
And I'll still kick you in ball, and I'll still kick you in ball like it's kicking you.
Alright, bro.
Cap.
I'm
not losing. I lost back then, not this time.
Nah, your shot is broke. Like, you got that seam. Like, I thought it would change after a while.
It got better, though. Like,
but
it still goes in, though.
I was playing football back then.
You was? You was playing football?
Yeah. I wasn't a hooper back then.
Nah, y'all both trash. I smoke you in football.
Chat, remember this day. I'm going to clip this day, right? The day when we play, the day we play again, I'm going to remember this clip, put it in there when I'm cooking him. Watch that. Remember that.
No, we got to set up a day. We got to set up a hoop day.
Sure. I was about to say, you're not in the frame. I was just about to say that. Not facts. We're going to do that for sure. But another episode today. Y'all already know we keep this constant each and every Friday. We dropping episodes. We're back once again. Let's get right into it. Today's episode is much more about you, of course. So, you do music, things of that nature. So, I want to ask you, what got you into music in the first place? Like, what motivated you? What inspired you to get into music?
So, what inspired me to get into music? Shit, to be honest, bro, I was just like one of them weird little niggas in like elementary school who used to like write poems to females.
It's not weird though.
Like I was on some romantic shit. So like that eventually translated into
art,
writing bars, dissecting, cause poetry they got something called like diameter. I forget what it's called and all that. But it's like a certain way to structure your poems and all that. So I took that information and I turned it to like some rap shit. So really, I'm a writer. I should really be just writing for other people. But I did want to be on the forefront only cause, I don't know. It just felt like the thing to do at the time. You feel me? But that's how I started, bro. I was just writing poems to girls. And that's how I used to get my girls, because I was an ugly little nigga, clearly. So that was my avenue. That was the lane I took to achieve what I wanted to receive.
So would you say, like, before I even ask the next question, how long like you've been making music for now?
I would say like actually turning it into an art, like out of high school. So like I say it's 2025. I graduated in 2015. I'd say 10 years now.
That's a lot of time. And through all those years, right, I'm pretty sure you have a lot of ups. We don't got ops. No ops. Wrong word, give up. Ups and downs, right? And I want you to take us through the ups and downs. Like, what was it like? Because at one point, like from back in the days, if I remember, on Facebook, you was popping on Facebook, you was lit, right? Back in the Facebook days, and I'm pretty sure that's one of the best moments you could highlight, right? What was it like being that person at that point in time? What was the feelings like? What was you going through in that moment? You feel me?
So, at that moment, like I said earlier in the stream, I was just like, yeah, bro. I was quiet as shit. I wasn't really a sharer of my thoughts and all that. So what I did was I used to post statuses. And that's how I'd get my word around. So I'd go on Facebook, I'd take the lane of social media to express how I'm feeling. You feel me? And I was in some acting shit back then. I was doing little things like that. Kaylani, she started following me. We was DMing each other. And that was really my highlight. And the way it felt great. Like, people used to be stopping me everywhere. I was going to Kingsborough at the time. Back when I was at y'all school, I was in Kingsborough.
You know what's crazy? You dead both went to Kingsborough.
Y'all went to Kingsborough?
Yeah, I dropped out.
Shit, so y'all go classes and all that?
I dropped out.
Nah, you dropped out, but I finished. I
bugging.
did my 2 years.
You gotta
there.
finish, bro.
Hell no.
Dead ass.
You need to finish.
Hell no. I'ma stay on that too.
School shit down for him.
Nah,
shit
Kingsborough
killing
was
me.
2 years. It's a community college, if y'all don't know. So you gotta finish that out, bust that out. I dropped out of college too, but after I graduated from Kingsborough. Because Kingsborough is like the stepping stool.
Yeah.
And then you get to a different college.
Yeah.
And then that's where I dropped out.
Bro, for me to become a physical therapist, I need to get a doctorate. That's 8 years of school. I'm good off that. I'm great off that, actually.
I mean, you could do things like trades now. There's
Can't do
trade
that right now.
schools. Why not?
I got a whole like heart issue.
Oh,
Yeah, shit fried me.
what's wrong with your heart?
I got an ICD. I got an ICD in my chest. I got a scarred heart.
For real?
Yeah, you wouldn't think. You wouldn't
Never.
think. Knowing me from middle school, you wouldn't think that.
Never.
And that shit happened when I was 16. I was hooping randomly, went up for a layup, come back on the ground just start feeling like it's doing this. I go to my bag, try to get some water, I wake up, I'm on the floor. I was
So you like had surgery and all that?
Yeah, I had 2 surgeries.
I'm glad you're here.
Word.
Because I wouldn't have wanted to hear that.
Nah, word.
So I'm glad you're here. You're living every day, doing what you gotta do. That's a blessing. Every day is a blessing. And that every day is a blessing for regular niggas that's just doing nothing all day. But for somebody who went for something as dire as the situation that you went through,
Yeah.
that's just a whole different type of blessing.
Good, cause you know me, like when it came to sports, I put my all into it. For the simple fact that it was like, back then, I thought that was like the only way for me to get out.
Word.
So I put my best into every sport I played, whether it be football, basketball, track. I was doing any and everything I can. Practicing as much as I can. Shit. Back in them days, in middle school, me and Adonis, we used to go in his, like, the back of his project and just throw the football. And I'm over here practicing one hand catches both hands. Just doing shit like that on a day-to-day basis. So when I'm on the field, it's no doubt I'm the best person on that field. So for me, when that shit happened, man, my whole world flipped.
Yeah, like gotta start over from zero.
It was one point in time, I stayed in the house for like a whole year, cause I couldn't walk off my block without feeling sick and nothing. I was just anxious to be outside.
So I got a question. How old are you now?
21.
You 21 too?
About to be 21.
So during that time when you was spending time alone in the crib, was that during COVID?
It was after COVID.
After COVID?
Yeah.
After COVID.
It happened. The shit happened during COVID, but me staying in the crib, COVID guidelines was like already lifted. Everybody could be outside and shit. People still wear masks and stuff like that, but it's like I was just in the crib.
Yeah, COVID had a lot of niggas fucked up. Everybody was in the crib.
I ain't gonna lie, COVID was one of those times that you realize, oh shit, I need to get my life, I need to get my shit together. Cause like, nigga, I ain't gonna lie, when COVID happened, I thought like everything was cool. You realize you spend time alone with yourself, you realize how much shit you need to work on. You realize like you behind on a lot of things. All this social activities, school, sports, all of that shit was cool when it was there. When they got taken away, you realize I don't got shit with my life. I told myself that I ain't had shit going on for myself. I'm just a loser. And that's when, I ain't gonna lie, when COVID happened, after like 2020, that was the year I decided to, you know what, I gotta start working on myself, start doing the things I needed to do to improve myself. And that's where all of this started from and shit like that. And I'm kind of glad that happened too.
It take for you to be a loser to become a winner.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta, every man, women too, but every man definitely has to
Lose something.
take multiple L's before they get to a certain
We'll take one
space.
fat ass out. And that's what happened to me. Yo, that heart situation, when I tell you I shit you not, I remember it was one day, I think it was the 3rd time I got shocked by the shit in my chest. Bro, I walked in the crib, I just sat on the floor. That's when I had the realization, I was like, I can't be an athlete no more. Yo.
That's one of the worst feelings
When
you
I
ever
said
feel
that
in
shit,
the world.
when I said that shit, tears just started coming out. Like, I was crying.
Cause then you might be scared if you overdo it now.
Exactly.
Something might happen.
God forbid, then that shit might happen again.
That's
So
what I'm saying.
that's
No, and
And you
the
hear-
thing is, after that surgery, I got shocked a total of like 6 times by this device on my chest. I don't wish this pain, like I said, I don't wish this pain on nobody. For the fact that it feels like you're getting kicked in the chest. So, after that third time I was playing ball, like how I used to. Yo, during COVID, when I started going outside again, I started hooping, I was really putting my all into it because I was preparing for going back to school to be a track athlete. That's what I was preparing for. I was just trying to play basketball to keep myself up. And when that shit happened, I'm just over here like, yo, I can't be an athlete. I can't do nothing. Cause I had a whole plan. It was be good in track, try to run like high 9s in the 100 meter, or if I'm running the 400, run like I think like low 50s.
So you was a runner too?
Yeah.
Jeez. Doing everything.
Yeah. I tell you, being an athlete was just like everything to me. It was. So I try to run like a low time in the 400s and keep it like that. So I could go to like LSU or Duke and just have like and you good and have like a full scholarship to go. That was my aim, cause I was like, I know my family situation. We're not gonna be able to pay for me to go out of state and stuff like that. So I was busting my ass to do that, so I could then get a scholarship, so I could get money to come in, so I could just go through school and do what I want to do. And when that happened, pride, bro. I was just like, damn, I can't do it. That realization that I couldn't be an athlete no more, it hit me until I started praying. I started praying every day to get better and better. And I have over time. Like now, I'm close to dunking again. I'll still be hooping with the guys and shit.
Listen, he went through all of this. Right? He went through all of this. He almost able to dunk again, y'all.
Word.
But he still can't beat me.
Yo, bro.
I still can't.
I know he's gonna do that shit too.
Yo, Charlie, bro. Listen,
I thought it was about to say some
I knew this nigga was gonna do this shit too.
I could take it down to 15%, bro. You still never see my shit.
Oh
Never,
my
bro.
God.
Never. Nah, that is a serious situation, and it is. Listen, times people go through this, it's just best to make light of the situation. You feel me? Cause you here, bro.
Literally.
You here. So that's a blessing, bro. Like I said.
But let's backtrack a little bit, right? To go back to the question I asked prior, right, about the music stuff, right? So talk about the lows. You know, you talk about the highs. You talk about the highlights. What about when you was here? You know, a lot of niggas see the highs. Niggas don't see behind the scenes, the work you put in. Niggas don't see the sweat, the blood, the tears you put in. Niggas don't see the day you don't feel like doing this shit. You feel like giving up. Talk about that. What was it like? You feel what I'm saying? Being a creative person, being an artist, being a musician. I know it's a lot of shit that goes into it. Cause me myself, being a content creator, I know what I put in behind the scenes. You know, on the internet, on the social shit, it looks cool. It looks okay, but behind the scenes, it's a lot of investment. You gotta spend money. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta do a lot of shit. Studio time. Gotta book a session. You gotta pay niggas for beats. All that. You know what I'm saying? Talk about all of that. What was that like when you was in that predicament at a certain point in time?
So basically, he talking about the time niggas was just broke, flat out broke. You feel me? And I was really just trying to figure out how I'm gonna get these funds up. For me, just to not even on no millionaire type status, but like just a certain situation where it's like, all right, we could do something. We could get some equipment. We could do certain things on ourselves and don't have to depend on nobody else. And it takes years for certain people. You feel me? Like I was one of them niggas. I be dependent on females, bro. And a female has always been a downfall of whatever momentum I had going on. So, not to, knock any females or nothing like that, but like, bro, when you're focused and you don't have no type of distractions, shit just start going back up. You feel me? So, it's just, that's really how I felt, bro. I was just going through shit with shorty, multiple shorties, and depending on them, they see me as a liability, and no man ever wants to feel like a liability in a relationship with a woman because you're insecure, you're not doing everything you have to do. You feel me? And yeah, bro. I mean, the lows is the lows, bro. But I try to
move past that, forget about it type thing.
You feel me? Cause yeah, bro.
I feel that. So like going forward, like what's the future? What do you envision? Feel what I'm saying? What do you have? And you don't gotta say your plans, but like just like future. When you hear the word future, what comes to mind, type of thing?
So when I hear the word future, I think of Sierra. Yo, come holler at me.
This is a sick
Listen, that's what I think about. you listen. That's exactly what I think about. But nah, for real though. When I think about the future, I just really think about like where I see myself in the future, like 5-10 year plan
type of thing. Yeah.
Just doing everything I'm doing now, bro. I really don't have no expectations. Cause I feel like when people have expectations, an expectation is different from a goal. If you have a goal and that you actually put in the work to see, it's different than an expectation. So I try to not have any expectations, cause you just never know how shit gonna play out.
Facts.
When you do have a goal though,
you work towards that.
You work towards that shit. Word.
Yeah.
But I just see myself, you know, like I said, I'm not gonna take nothing personal if I'm not nowhere I used to see myself being in 5 to 10 years. But really, I just see myself living life, walking on the grass, just being out in the sun, just creating peace for myself, and not having to worry about what other people think. And yeah, that's really it, bro.
Alright, so let's talk about some of the problems, the issues going on with our day and age generation, right? Oh, what do you think are some of the biggest problems? Well, fuck all that. What are some of the biggest problems a man, like we men go through these days that nobody knows about, that there's no awareness that's been brought to it? Like some of the problems in society these days, what do you think? Like,
shit, what do you think, AJ?
Mental health, the whole red pill thing. Like some of these red pill niggas is really losers. But at the same time, it's like their main priority is making money for the women, which I feel like is basically a lot of niggas' priorities. Fuck y'all women. And it's like, how can I put it? Then also, since women is like the main, damn, what's that word? Yo, I'm so fried.
Like women is like the main
goal. Yeah, focus.
Yeah.
Women, they could say it or not, like it or not.
It's always gonna be that.
Women to them is like their main focus, and it makes those women feel entitled. Like some of these red pill niggas really be making women feel entitled, whilst also tearing them down, which is so crazy to me. The niggas that pander to women, there's niggas out here who literally send a shorty bread and don't even live in the same state as them, not even the same county, not even the same town. What the fuck are you doing? Like that shit right there.
Oh, I can't say that
loses me. Cause you making it harder for niggas who actually are trying to go for something in a shorty, but she has her expectations all the way up here, not knowing she needs to be a little lower. Like y'all giving them, you're gassing their heads up too much, and it fucks us up. Cause it's like, damn, you trying to put in all this pain with shorty, she just posts something on the internet and gets $1,000. What the fuck?
Shit ain't fair. But it is, you know.
I feel like there's different ways to like boost somebody's like ego or like their confidence level, like in terms of like men and women. So like if a man is sending shorty money, like you said, that shit corny, bro. That shit just corny. But like there's other ways to help shorty reach where she wanna reach or feel how she wanna feel.
But you
without
know what,
having a
you know what the issue is? A lot. I've been this. I've experienced it myself. Like you try to be there for a woman, support her emotionally, physically, mentally, all of that. They'd rather throw that in the garbage and want you to spend money on them. The only way women want you to take care of them is through money, with money. And they don't, but instead of you growing in a way, let's go to the gym, let's go for walks, let's talk about how we feel, let's express emotions, let's grow as human beings. They would throw that shit in the garbage and focus on, you need to take me on a date, spend $1,000 on me, spend $1,000 next week. That's not growth, and I feel like that's one of the biggest problems, and that's one of the biggest standards that women has, which is in the bank. Like they just said, bring that shit down because it's fucking a lot of shit up for people. Now, that's just my personal take, because I went through that at one point in time.
Yeah, be running nigga pockets dry. Like,
cause I feel like the thing with women too is that a woman could stand on a block right now, and she could have a poster or whatever. She could write whatever she want to write, and it would say something along the lines of, "I'm giving away pussy for free." And
niggas will still get that $1,000.
there would be 100 niggas lined up to give her that whatever. On the other hand, if a man was on the block and he had a poster that said, "I'm giving dick out for free," we would be camcorded. We would be looked at as a widow. You feel me? So it's like a woman has all these. Basically, what I'm trying to say is
double standards.
It's double standards, but also there's so many men that are willing to give a shorty what she want. So the minute you're not able to provide what she's looking for, there's somebody else ready to snatch her up.
But the thing is, it be the men I'm talking about is niggas. You're not even in a relationship with the shorty. Hey, you doing all this for her? Like it's different if you courting shorty. Again, you're across state lines sending her bread. What are we talking about?
Let me ask you this. How you feel about 50-50 then?
Go ahead.
Nigga said, go ahead.
Like if you want to pay for it, if you want to pay for everything, go ahead.
I ain't talking about dates. I'm talking about like this your shorty. Y'all living together now. Y'all paying bills. Y'all got rent. All of that. And you know she's working. You working.
In this fucked ass economy, it makes sense to go 50-50. But if you have the funds to do all that shit by yourself, do it by yourself.
Is that? And also, like, it depends on the situation.
Yeah.
If y'all both still building towards something, then 50-50 would more so make sense in this day and age.
Exactly.
An economy. But, like, if you got it, if you're a man and you got it all together, and you're dealing with somebody who doesn't have it all together yet, it would just make more sense to provide for her and give it 100, and she, you know, just be a shorty. But also, I was the type of nigga, I wasn't doing no 50-50 with shorties. Feel me? Like, they was providing for me. If you want to be honest, like, even it comes back down to high school, middle school, when it comes to homework, bro. On some kid shit, on some not even on no high horse type of timing. But like, shorties used to do everything for me, bro. My girlfriend used to do my homework, all of my homework. I never did homework in high school. Never.
Type shit.
Never did no type.
Nah, that's I ain't gonna lie. That's some like different type of nigga type of thing. There's certain niggas that can only get that type of treatment.
Yeah, I mean, it's on like when I feel like when a girl really likes you and she sees potential in you, she's willing to go out and give you what you didn't have.
That's a fact.
So, But yeah, moving forward, I think, yeah, like 50-50 makes a lot of sense when you guys are in a similar situation. If she got it all together and you don't, then I'm sorry to say, ladies, but it just makes more sense to, if that's your man and you lying to him every day, telling him that you love him, it makes more sense for you to provide for him. And I don't care how much of a bitch I sound like, but it's just facts. Because the world changes every 10 years.
That's a fact. There's this saying that I heard. It said a nigga will take a shorty working 9 to 5 for McDonald's, any other shit, and change your life. But a woman that's high status, have value, would never take a nigga that's working 9 to 5 and try to change his life. How y'all feel about that?
It's true to a certain point. Like they would. It's very rare to find a shorty who got it all together and will pick a man from McDonald's to
change his life too.
Like,
yeah.
But she'll fuck him though, and that's the problem.
Nah,
that's the problem. She'll fuck him, but she won't be with him. So it's like we also gotta stop throwing dick around and throwing pussy, cause that shit is corny, bro. And when you get to a certain point, it's just like it's not worth it. It's not worth it, and then you stuck with this person for a long period of time, and you don't even realize that. I'm in this predicament right now because I'm spiritually attached to something that's not with me physically.
It's like you create this bond that you don't even know about, and you wonder why shit happened. That's a fact, right? So let me ask you this then: are you like a religious person or not?
Me?
Yeah.
Somewhat. Not really. Like I don't follow the rules. I was born Muslim, so my pops was a twin. He converted to Islam, and his twin sister converted to Judaism. So I got family in Israel who are Jews, and I got family who are Muslim. I have all types of family. I got family from all over the world. So when I talk about, like when somebody asks me what I am or where I'm from, I'm straight to tell them I'm from all around the world. But I wouldn't say I'm a real religious person per se, but like I do lean towards the spiritualism a tiny bit more.
You believe in some sort of higher power?
Of course.
Sure.
Of course. I still believe in Allah. And I'm just gonna put it out there. I don't care what nobody feel. Whoever's watching it, you feel me? I believe in Allah. I feel like there's no and that's not to say like for other people who aren't Muslim. It's like I think how they would see that is like there's a higher being that isn't one of us. It's just a totally different type of thing that we can't even fathom. But I do feel like he is out there.
Alright, let me ask you this, right? If you was to go back 15, 20 years ago, what advice would you give to your 7-year-old, 10-year-old self, or like your teenage self? Or what would you tell him?
Start selling drugs now.
Oh shit!
Don't wait. Start now.
yo,
Listen, you gotta get it somehow.
yo,
Start selling drugs now. Fuck all that extra shit.
I did not expect this nigga to say that.
Nah, expect that.
Fuck all the.
But at the same time, it is Sekou.
Yo, listen. Fuck all the. They trying to get it
The right way.
on some. Yeah, nah. Start them shit now. Cause they gonna do it anyway. You might as well be the supply.
Nigga said,
yeah.
Lex Pablo.
Listen, man. But nah, seriously though, I would say like find different ways to like save up early on. That way, whenever you're at a level where you know what you want to do or have an idea, that you can fund it and you can present it better to the world.
That's a good one. You got any questions?
You fasted for Ramadan?
Nah.
Type shit.
I didn't fast. Did you fast? Nah. You not Muslim?
Nah. Some of my friends are Muslim, bro.
Like, I didn't fast. I never fasted a day in my life, bro.
Why is that? You just like, you just don't do it, right?
Nope.
I mean, I try to, but I don't do it properly. Like it would be a Saturday, like my Sabbath. And the thing is, I would sleep through it, so I don't have to be up dealing with hunger. That's the cheating way of going through a fast.
Just sleep the whole thing out.
Yeah, you just sleep the whole time, so you don't gotta worry about being hungry. But you gotta go through that suffering to really.
Word. I feel like it kicks into like when you working out, like I know you know, cause you fucking muscle man over here. Like when you working out heavy and it's like you have to resort to waiting to eat and eating at a certain time, and that's all fasting too. It all comes down to like the time period and 24 hours in a day and shit like that.
How you feel?
Yo, why the chat not asking no questions though? Like,
Because nobody's watching. That's all.
Damn.
there's 0 viewers right now?
That's 3.
3?
Yeah.
How can you see who's
I have it on my phone. Nah, it doesn't show the thing over here. It don't have a thing to show, but I have my phone next to me so I can see. Nah, it's good. It's good.
So people just watching us to watch? We just like watching face? That's what we do out here?
Yeah.
But this shit do look crazy though. I'm gonna have to get it set up too. Word.
It's overly good. Alright. What piece of advice would you give to anybody watching this to wrap this up, right?
Mm-hmm.
What piece of advice would you give to anybody?
Piece of advice?
Yeah. To motivate them.
I don't know, bro. People live in their own worlds. They gonna figure it out.
Facts.
They gonna figure that shit out.
Word.
And that's my advice. Figure your shit out and learn what works for you. And it'll all make sense to you.
Someday.
Because it doesn't have to make sense to nobody else but yourself. Alright?
That being said, it's gonna be the end of this podcast. It's gonna drop on the Elegant Podcast. Shout out to you for stopping by.
No problem.
Appreciate you for sure.